For decades, we chased achievement deadlines and external validation. Now, after 60, there is a profound emotional freedom waiting if we choose to claim it. Stop viewing this era as a period of inevitable decline or loss. That mindset steals your joy. The truth is, every sunrise is a blessing. And the secret to happiness is found in shifting your focus from accumulation to appreciation. This is the ultimate act of positive aging. Today, we reveal the 3 strategic pillars of gratitude, acceptance, and presence that scientifically boost your well-being and extend your active longevity. It is time to learn the wisdom of savoring every moment and transforming your remaining years into the most peaceful and powerful chapter of your life. For decades, the narrative surrounding life after age 60 has been dominated by the scarcity mindset, a belief that resources, time, and opportunities are dwindling. We are conditioned to feel a sense of pressure and a need to achieve something major before time runs out. This achievement-focused mindset, which served us well in our careers, becomes toxic in our later years because it ignores the profound emotional freedom that comes with accumulated experience. The truth is, you have entered a period of surplus wisdom and emotional capital. The most strategic shift you can make is rejecting the scarcity mindset and embracing the abundance of the present. This radical mental shift is the first pillar of viewing every sunrise as a blessing. The scientific basis for this shift is simple. The pressure to achieve and the constant mental auditing of past failures or future anxieties keeps your body locked in a chronic stress response. This anxiety triggers the release of cortisol, which, as we know, accelerates cellular aging, weakens the immune system, and actively sabotages your longevity. When you consciously shift your focus from what you lack to what you possess, your health, your experience, your peace, you interrupt this chemical cascade. This act of appreciation immediately signals safety to your nervous system, lowering cortisol and allowing your body to enter the rest and repair state. The key here is not changing your reality, but changing your perception of it. The biggest thief of this newfound freedom is social comparison. We constantly measure our lives against the curated achievements we see online or the perceived success of peers. Comparison traps you in a cycle of perceived deficiency, making it impossible to feel truly content. Positive aging is about recognizing that your journey is unique and your wisdom accrued over 6 decades is unparalleled. Your value is no longer defined by external metrics, your net worth, your job title, or your efficiency, but by your presence and your ability to appreciate the moment. Stop measuring your worth by the standards of your youth or the highlights of others. Embracing the gift of time is the practical application of this mindset. In your younger years, every minute was often monetized or scheduled. Now you possess the luxury of non-productive time. This time is not meant to be filled with busy work. It is meant for reflection, connection, and savoring. Transform the routine moments, your morning coffee, your slow walk, your quiet reading, into deliberate acts of enjoyment. This savoring strengthens neural pathways associated with contentment and joy. This is the ultimate act of self-care and a profound investment in your longevity. By claiming this emotional freedom and prioritizing appreciation over accumulation, you are actively choosing a life defined by grace and positive aging. The second pillar of viewing every sunrise as a blessing is the conscious cultivation of radical gratitude. This is not passive thankfulness. It is an active neurological practice that scientifically changes your brain chemistry. For decades, our brains were wired for survival, naturally prioritizing threats and focusing on deficiencies. This negativity bias keeps us safe but sabotages happiness. Radical gratitude is the deliberate act of rewiring your brain to actively scan for and register the positive elements in your life, thereby strengthening the neural pathways of joy and contentment. This is essential wisdom for longevity. The neurological benefits are profound. When you intentionally practice gratitude, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the neurotransmitters responsible for pleasure and well-being. This influx of positive neurochemicals immediately lowers your stress hormone cortisol, reducing chronic inflammation and slowing cellular aging. Think of gratitude as an internal anti-inflammatory agent. Studies have shown that a consistent daily gratitude practice physically alters the structure of your medial prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for learning and memory. This means that the more grateful you are, the stronger your cognitive resilience becomes, and the less mental space you allocate to anxiety and worry. This practice is a deliberate strategic act of self-care and a powerful investment in your mental independence after age 60.
Oh my gosh.
The practice itself must be simple and consistent to be effective. We recommend the daily ritual of writing down just 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. These items must be specific and simple, not generic. Instead of writing, "I am grateful for my family," write, "I am grateful for the perfect steam rising from my coffee mug this morning," or "I am grateful for the laughter of my grandchild this afternoon." By focusing on the small sensory details, you force your brain to fully engage in the present moment, creating a deeper neurological imprint of contentment. This ritual should take no more than 3 minutes and should be done consistently every morning or evening. Consistency, not intensity, is the key to rewiring your brain for lasting joy. This practice is the ultimate antidote to the comparison trap. The comparison trap which fuels so much misery is the act of measuring your life against others. When you focus intensely on your own unique blessings, the accumulated wisdom of your journey, your personal peace, your specific moments of joy, you automatically nullify the perceived perfection of others. Your brain cannot simultaneously experience gratitude and envy. Radical gratitude grounds you firmly in your own reality, a reality rich with unique experience that simply cannot be compared. This is the profound emotional freedom that comes only with age and the conscious choice to see your life as uniquely valuable. By practicing gratitude, you stop fighting reality and start embracing the abundance you already possess, ensuring your positive aging journey is filled with grace and fulfillment. The third and final pillar of viewing every sunrise as a blessing is cultivating a profound acceptance of impermanence and the deep wisdom of simple presence. Impermanence is the fundamental truth of life that everything changes: health, bodies, relationships, and seasons. Fighting this truth generates massive amounts of stress and suffering. You must consciously shift from wishing things were different to accepting them exactly as they are. This is the wisdom of radical acceptance. Acceptance does not mean passivity or giving up. It means directing your powerful energy away from useless resistance and toward positive, meaningful action in the present moment. This frees your mind from the anxiety of the future and the regret of the past, the 2 greatest destroyers of longevity. One of the most accessible ways to anchor this acceptance is through nature. Nature is the ultimate teacher of impermanence. The leaves change, the sun rises and sets, and the tides ebb and flow. Spending mindful time outdoors observing these cycles helps you internalize the peace that comes from non-resistance. Practice mindfulness by taking a slow walk, fully engaging your senses. Notice the feel of the breeze, the smell of the earth, and the sound of the birds. This simple presence acts as a powerful grounding agent, instantly calming your sympathetic nervous system and lowering cortisol levels. This conscious connection with the natural world reaffirms that you are part of a larger, enduring cycle of life, reinforcing your sense of security and significance after. Honey, this acceptance of the self and the world naturally extends to your relationships, forming the deepest kind of connection. After decades of social interaction, your accumulated wisdom is a unique resource. The goal of connection now is not accumulation of contacts, but depth of presence. Practice non-judgmental listening, being fully present with your loved ones without mentally preparing your reply or evaluating their worth. This simple act strengthens your social bonds, which are vital for happiness and positive aging. Embrace intergenerational connection, using your time to mentor or teach a skill. This act of contribution moves your focus outward, reinforcing your sense of purpose and combating the loneliness and isolation that accelerate decline. Teaching is the ultimate expression of wisdom because it solidifies your own knowledge while enriching the lives of others. The profound beauty of life after 60 is that the 3 pillars, gratitude, acceptance, and presence, integrate effortlessly. Gratitude allows you to appreciate the present moment. Acceptance frees you from the burden of fighting the past or worrying about the future. And presence grounds you firmly in the reality of the now. By making this deliberate internal shift, you transform your relationship with time. The years ahead are no longer defined by scarcity, but by the abundance of peace, joy, and connection you actively choose to cultivate. This is the ultimate anti-aging strategy. A life lived consciously with purpose and with an unwavering appreciation that every sunrise is a blessing. This is the highest expression of gentle health and wisdom. We began by revealing that the biggest lie about aging is that decline is inevitable. Your experience after age 60 is entirely defined by choice and mindset. You learned the 3 strategic pillars of positive aging. First, mastering self-talk and embracing the growth mindset over resignation. Second, engaging in active contribution and lifelong learning to fuel your sense of purpose and generate brain growth. Third, cultivating relational resilience through deep, mindful connection and practicing radical acceptance and gratitude. This journey is not about fighting to look young. It is about choosing to live fully and powerfully. This deliberate choice is the ultimate expression of wisdom. By consistently applying these principles, you reject the narrative of retreat and guarantee an active, independent longevity. Subscribe to Gentle Health and Wisdom now to continue building your resilience and ensuring your later years are your most vibrant and purposeful era yet.